Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. This is your number one destination for World Cup 2026 match breakdowns and highlights. So hit that subscribe button right now and let's get into it, because we have one of the most dramatic, most breathtaking, most heart-stopping finishes of this entire tournament to break down from Houston, Texas. Brazil defeated Japan 2-1 in the sixth minute of stoppage time at NRG Stadium on Monday in the round of 32. And this was the kind of match that reminds you exactly why the World Cup is the greatest sporting event on Earth. Kaishu Sano stunned the five-time world champions with a composed counter-attack finish in the 29th minute. Casemiro headed Brazil level in the 56th with the help of a brilliant Gabriel Magalhães assist. And then, with extra time staring both teams in the face, with Japan 1 minute from the greatest result in their entire World Cup knockout history. Substitute Gabriel Martinelli received a pass from Bruno Guimaraes inside the penalty area, steadied himself, and drilled a low finish beyond Zion Suzuki into the bottom corner to break Japanese hearts completely. Brazil 2, Japan 1. Stoppage time drama. The Seleção survive. The Samurai Blue are eliminated. And the World Cup round of 16 gets a truly worthy contender. Let's break it all down. Before we get into the goals and the drama, we have to understand what both these teams brought into this match, because the context makes what unfolded inside NRG Stadium even more extraordinary. Brazil, the five-time world champions, the most decorated nation in the history of this competition, the team that has won the World Cup more than anyone else on the planet, arrived in Houston carrying the enormous weight of expectation that always follows the Seleção into every tournament. Under manager Dorival Jr., Brazil had navigated the group stage with some style, but also with some concerning signs: a 1-1 draw with Morocco in their opener, before bouncing back with a 3-0 hammering of Haiti, and then a 3-0 defeat of Scotland to top Group C comfortably. Vinicius Jr. had been electric in this tournament. Every touch a threat, every run a problem for defenders. And with Neymar fit and available as a substitute option and the brilliant Bruno Guimaraes orchestrating from midfield, Brazil had the quality to go all the way. But the history books showed something that made Brazilian supporters slightly nervous. The last time Brazil and Japan met at a World Cup was Germany 2006, where the Seleção won 4-1. But this Japan side in 2026 was a completely different proposition. Because Japan, the genuine dark horses of this entire 2026 World Cup, came to Houston having already stunned the football world in the group stage. Coming back from 2 goals down against the Netherlands to draw 2-2, then dismantling Tunisia 4-0, then fighting out a gutsy 1-1 draw with Sweden. Hajime Moriyasu had built one of the most technically gifted and tactically disciplined Japanese sides in history. Takafusa Kubo was a constant creative threat. Daichi Kamada was the engine in midfield. Daisen Maeda was the tireless pressing machine up front. And crucially, this Japan squad had never won a World Cup knockout match before. Every time they had reached this stage, 2002, 2010, 2018, 2022, they had been eliminated at the round of 16 or beyond. This was their chance to make history. And from the very first minute inside NRG Stadium, they showed absolutely no fear of the five-time champions standing in their way. Brazil dominated possession from the kickoff, 80% of the ball in the opening 10 minutes. Bruno Guimaraes driving forward, Vinicius Jr. threatening down the left, Ryan and Matheus Cunha combining in attack. And yet Japan were patient, disciplined, compact, sitting in their shape, denying Brazil space between the lines, winning second balls, and waiting for their moment. And their moment came in the 29th minute. A swift, incisive Japanese counterattack caught Casemiro and Gabriel Magalhães completely switched off in Brazil's own half. And Kaishu Sano, the young Japanese midfielder on the end of the move, kept his composure brilliantly and drove a composed low finish past Alisson Becker into the corner of the net. 1-0 Japan. NRG Stadium in utter disbelief. The Brazilian end of the ground silenced. Sano, scoring his first ever senior international goal, wheeled away in pure joy while his teammates mobbed him. It was the moment this Japan team had been building towards, and they had taken it with both hands. Brazil pushed and pushed for an equalizer before halftime, but Zion Suzuki, the Japanese goalkeeper who had already been outstanding in the group stage, was making save after save, including an absolutely stunning fingertip stop to deny Vinicius Jr. when the Real Madrid winger had curled a shot towards the far corner in first-half stoppage time. And then Carlo Ancelotti, coming on for his first knockout round as Brazil manager, made a bold decision at halftime, bringing on the teenage sensation Endrick for Lucas Paqueta, trying to inject freshness and directness into the Brazilian attack. And within 11 minutes of the restart, the equalizer arrived. Gabriel Magalhães, the Arsenal center-back playing his best football of the tournament, delivered a perfectly weighted cross from deep, picking out the run of Case Moreau at the back post, and the veteran midfielder threw himself at the ball and powered a header past Suzuki. 1-1. Brazil were level. NRG Stadium erupted. And then what followed was 40 minutes of the most gripping, most intense, most breathless football of this entire World Cup. Vinicius Jr. had a shot parried away magnificently by Suzuki. The ball deflected off the post. Japan hit the counter-attack and had Alisson scrambling. Neither team could find the winning goal. With 10 minutes left, it was still 1-1. With 5 minutes left, still 1-1. And then 6 minutes of stoppage time were announced. Japan were 1 minute from extra time. 1 minute from the greatest moment in the history of Japanese World Cup football. And then Bruno Guimaraes, the Newcastle United midfielder who had been arguably the best player on the pitch all evening, found himself in a pocket of space inside the Japanese penalty area in the 6th minute of added time. He could have shot. He looked up instead and slipped a perfectly weighted pass into the feet of substitute Gabriel Martinelli, the Arsenal forward who had come on just minutes earlier. Martinelli took one touch to steady himself, looked up, and drilled a low, accurate finish past a helpless Suzuki, the ball clipping the post on its way in. 2-1. Brazil. Stoppage time. 96th minute. The bench erupted. Martinelli was swamped by teammates, and NRG Stadium went absolutely wild with the noise of Brazilian celebration. It was heartbreaking. Truly, genuinely heartbreaking. For Japan, who had been so magnificent, so disciplined, and so close. Case Moreau, who had picked up a knock in the dying minutes, limped off to be replaced by Fabinho. The final whistle blew moments later, and the Seleção had done it. Full time, Brazil 2, Japan 1. And what a match it was from start to finish. Brazil were far from their brilliant best. Their first half display was sluggish. Their inability to break down a disciplined Japanese defense was at times deeply concerning. But champions find ways to win when it matters most. And Gabriel Martinelli's stoppage time finish proved that Brazilian football still has that killer instinct when the World Cup is on the line. Bruno Guimaraes was the undisputed man of the match. His energy, his vision, and that crucial assist in stoppage time made him the decisive figure in this tie. Vinicius Jr., despite being denied brilliantly by Suzuki multiple times, was electric throughout and will only get better as this tournament goes on. And Neymar, warming up on the sidelines in the second half, is edging closer to fitness and could be a huge weapon in the rounds to come. Brazil now face the winner of Ivory Coast versus Norway in the round of 16. For Japan, the hurt will take a long time to fade. They were so close, so organized, so brilliant, and Kaishu Seno's goal, Zion Suzuki's saves, and the performance of the entire Samurai Blue squad will live long in the memory of Japanese football fans around the world. The 2026 World Cup round of 16 is coming, and it is going to be absolutely electric. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, share this video with all your football-loving friends, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our World Cup content. I will see you in the next one. Let's go!